Hi and good morning. Today is the 25th of July 2017. So yesterday I was telling you about a posting that I had done on Sunday, and that was on the 23rd of July. Now, I didn't exhaust everything that I was explaining on the 24th. So what I'm going to do now is try to say a few things about that experiment that I did. Number one, when the day progressed, I realized I had said, what can I help you with today? Or how can I help you today? And I realized today is every day. Like today is today. So I thought if I don't put the date, if I don't put the specific date there and the specific times there, then that post was going to be open every day. Remember, on the 24th, that is yesterday, I said be specific. I had to be specific on that post. Otherwise, I was going to meet every person's request or need. Remember, I am not God. So thank God that He is always open every day. We have limitations. We do put limitations. We do put deadlines. But God's throne room is always open for you. So today you need to realize that you are welcome in God's presence and you can go there. The curtain was torn, so we can go into the Holy of Holies and be able to make our requests to God directly, and His presence is open to us 24/7 every day. As long as we are on this side of life, it's open. You can go to God anytime. He hasn't put any limitations like I did. Secondly, there is something that I have been following for a long time, and it's something to do with some shares that I used to have. And every time I kind of followed on this thing, it looks like it will never be paid. I had told them, and it took me almost a year. Now, the amount of money I was chasing is not so much, but because of the integrity of the company and because I wanted also to make sure that they honor their word, I kept on being persistent. I followed on. I gave them every information they needed. I asked them questions. And now, within maybe almost a year, they have finally paid me my money. It's not so much compared to what I earn now, but I needed to know that they can honor their word, and I needed to be persistent. So when we go before God, it's good to be persistent. It's good to ask God to help us. One of the books in the gospel, it says about this person who was persistent in going and knocking at the door and asking for something. If we do it in God's will, if we remind God about, He doesn't forget, remember, it's us that are needed to be reminded on asking that thing that we needed. And if the desire is there, and if it's within God's will, our persistence will pay off, because that's what Jesus said, that if we persist, then God will honor what we are persistent about. Number 3, yesterday I received a very urgent letter, and that needed to be responded to immediately. Otherwise, if I didn't do it, then I was going to be fined, or it could be a criminal record. So I needed to pay this amount of money. I needed to kind of confirm that information that they were asking for. There are things that we need to do so that we can deal with the emergencies of life. I know people don't like being told to repent. So when we go before God asking for things, we need to repent of our own sins. We need to say, Lord, forgive us for the things that we've done against you, so that when we present ourselves before God, making requests, being persistent, we should clear our way. We should make sure that we are right with God. We have that covenant with God, and our conscience is clear before God. Equally, we need to be able to forgive other people, because there is part of us being forgiven. The Lord's Prayer says, forgive us as we forgive others. So before we go making supplications and requests before God, before we become persistent, it's important that we clear our debt. It's important that we repent before God. We come with a clear conscience. So today, as you go about your day-to-day activities, remember those things that I've said. The 3 things that I've said about, 1, making sure that we still come before God and we bring our request to him, he doesn't close the doors to us. The door is open. Number 2, we need to be persistent, but be persistent within God's will and asking him if it's his will, then let that opportunity open. And number 3 is making sure our conscience is clear before God. We repent and we also forgive others. So have a wonderful, blessed day, and may you be blessed beyond measure and know that God loves you. Remember to be specific in your requests. God bless you.